here in the YNAB app, and we're going to take a look at how to set different targets. I'm going to start with a credit card target because credit card targets work just a little bit differently than regular targets. So let's start with those. If I look at my Discover card, you'll notice that I would have to pay $647.18 if I wanted to pay off that balance. I might be able to do that this month, but let's say that I want to actually try to pay it off by maybe the end of May. I'm recording this in March. So let's come in here. I want to pay off the balance by May of 2025, and I want to save that target. And so notice that now it's got this target here. I would have to put in another $215.73 to pay off that debt by that date. So that the targets on credit cards work a little bit differently than the targets on other things. Let's come down here to my groceries and let's set a target here. So if I hit the create target option, you'll notice that I've got options for weekly, monthly, or yearly. Weekly, we might use for groceries. That wouldn't be a bad idea if you do your grocery shopping on a weekly basis. Weekly might also be for eating out if you want to sort of monitor your eating out a little more closely. There are lots of different options you can do. I'd say monthly is the most common option for a lot of these repeating expenses. I like yearly for those subscriptions and things like my car insurance or my home insurance, those things that come in on a annual basis. And then I also have a custom option, and this is great for something like you want to take a vacation in 2 or 3 years, and so you want to go ahead and start to save for that now. So that's a great option for those. But for our groceries here, let's go ahead and set a monthly target. And let's say, it feels like right now groceries are just exploding. Let's say I need $600 a month. And by the last day of the month would be great. And then next month, there's some customization you can do here. I have some options. I can either set aside another 600 or I can refill up to 600. The most common is for this set aside another 600. That way, maybe you get a little bit ahead this month, but next month, maybe there's a little extra expense. You keep a little padding in that budget if possible. So I'm going to do this one. Let's do and you'll see now what I need in order to fill up this target. If I click right here to add to it, I need 600 more by the 31st of the month. So we'll go ahead and add the 600 here. Actually, I'm going to add 300 because I get paid bi-weekly, and that will help with that. So what this tells us now is that I have $700 available in this line. I've funded 300 and I need another 300 in order to fully fund this. Now, because I have $700 in this budget line, if nothing else happens and the month is going great, I might not add that other 300 if my spending is staying low. That's the flexibility that YNAB gives you, but the targets guide your savings in combination with the available. Let's do another target here for eating out. Let's say that I want to be able to eat out. I'm gonna do this one on a monthly basis as well. Again, this is one you might do weekly, but I'm gonna do this one on a monthly basis as well. And I'm gonna say I need $125 a month by the last day of the month. And this one, I want to do that refill up to 125. So I'm going to hit my save target. You'll notice I need $25 more. Let's go ahead and put that in there. Oops, 25 and enter. And now that target has turned green because it's fully funded. Now let's say I'm like, oh, groceries not good this month. And I want to add more to that. You can always come back in here and you can use the calculator functions to add or subtract. So I'm going to subtract $5 and watch the ready to assign at the top of the screen. Watch what happens. Oops, not 500, 5. That ready to assign went back up by that $5, and now this needs $5 more by the 31st. So you always have that flexibility to move money around in your budget to keep things where they need to be. You can also always change a target. So if I want to edit this target, let's say that I just want 120 in it every month. And if I do that, now that one is fully funded again. Okay, so you can play around with that. When you edit the target, that edits it for this month and every month into the future. If you just play around with the values in what you're funding each month, that's just in that particular month. Okay. Let's look at one other kind of target. I'm going to go down here to my trip. I don't think I have a target set for this. I do not. So I'm planning to take a trip to December in 2025. So let's create a target for that. This one is going to be a custom target. And I want to have, let's say, $1,500 set aside by December 1st. Go. And I'm going to save that target. So now it tells me that I need to put in $150 each month if I'm going to meet that goal. So I'll go ahead and fund that. This also is a great way to help you figure out where your priorities are and what you want to fund. Everything you set up a target for can allow you to monitor it using these color bars to decide whether or not you're on track. And you'll notice this one in particular, because we did that custom number, this bar will keep going to show my progress towards that custom goal each month. Hope this has been helpful in learning how to set up the targets. If you would like to attend one of my Budget with Me sessions, I will put a link in the description below to show you how to do that.